Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I'd try out a really chill looking game. It's a demo called Tiny Glade and it was featured recently as one of the Steam Next Fest demos, so I thought it would be worth giving it a try today. This is a game with no missions or no particular targets. It seems like it's a complete sandbox. Like many of the games that I feature on my channel, it seems like a great way to pass some time. Welcome, thanks for trying our demo. Tiny Glade is a relaxing game where you doodle whimsical castles, cozy cottages, and romantic ruins. There's no management, combat, or goals. Just kick back and turn forgotten meadows into lovable dioramas. In Tiny Glade, building elements interact with each other. For example, try drawing a path through a wall. See what else you can discover. We hope you have fun. Now, I've just set this up and had a look at some of the controls, and it's just the W, A, S and D keys to move backwards and forwards in and out. And you notice this white ring here is the area that we can build in. So it's fairly limited, especially when we can go upwards by pushing the E key. And you can see this is going to be in the full game. There's going to be a much larger area available to us. Also, we are on the summer map. I think the game also features the passage of time as well. We're going to turn that off just now, just so we can see everything. When I did a little practice with this, I was building my castle in the dark and it was fairly difficult to work with. So what we can do first is I think we'll demolish this structure that's already here. They kind of give you this pre-built, and we're working with a slight hill here and a little bit of a wall. But I think what we'll do is we'll destroy that. We'll take that all down to begin with, and what we can do is we can go to the terrain tool. There's one here somewhere, this one here, and we can alter the height of the terrain. We can make it completely flat, or we can have it elevated as we wish. Okay, so we have the ground nice and flat. So in order to build, we click on this first icon here and it gives us the option of creating a cylindrical tower, more rectangular building, a wall, and it looks like there's gates and fences that are not available in the demo. So I think what we'll do first is we'll make a fairly squarish building. Now, can we rotate? All right, so if we hold the right mouse button, then we can rotate the angle at which that's sitting at. We'll put this building in the center. So let's say we want the building to be a little bit wider. We can click and do that. We can make it a little bit wider, and you see the game starts to figure out where the door might be placed, for example. There's like a little set of ladders. There's all these vines growing up the building. So the game tries to improvise by adding these small props to make things look more realistic. Now we can click the door and we can make it taller, or we can make it shorter. I don't know if we can delete just the door. I don't think we can. Nope, we can't. Okay, we live and learn. So let's build our house again, just like so. So we want to make it a little bit wider. So let's do that. And make it a little bit wider that way as well. Okay, what we can do is we can look at the roof. We can make the roof very tall, if you so wished, or we can make it flat like that. We can actually make it have no roof at all. We can even build the building up and down like so. Now the question is, can we put anything on top if we go for a flat roof building? Let's have a go and see. Does it let us do that? Looks like that might be a possibility. Yeah, absolutely. Look at that. So again, this one's a little bit wide. I think we'd like that to go within the confines of that there, and I think it would make sense for this to be a little taller. How do we do that? Or even make this one a little bit lower. There we go. I believe we can change the type of brickwork there, and to do that we click on the color palette, and then we can click on the particular part of the building that we're interested in. So if we look at the roof, we can change the roof to a sort of green color. Again, the options are fairly limited because this is the demo. I think we maybe make this one yellow. I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, what do we do next then? I think we need some windows. I think we'll pop a window like that down that side. We'll put a matching corresponding one along this side. Whoops. Oh, actually we can put a door there. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's pop a door there. The controls are not the easiest to use, I have to say. They don't flow quite like how you would expect them to, so it's a little bit of a learning curve. Let's put a window here. Now, I don't know if there's a way of making steps to get up to this building. I guess you would have to just go up inside the building in order to do that. I think what we'll do is we'll try and make a circular structure now on the end. So to do that, we'll click this one, and I would like my tower integrated into this building if possible. So I'm going to go and click that, like so. It makes a really, really cool looking tower. What I think we'll do is we'll just narrow that in a little. I think that kind of diameter is probably what we're looking for. Seems a little tall, so let's bring down the roof height to match, whoops, to match that roof, and let's also bring that down a little bit. Let's go for the yellow one to match that side. I think that looks pretty cool. And let's put in a couple of windows in there. And one along the back there. It'd be really cool to put a door into this. So let's see if we can do that. Unfortunately, the bit of wall is still there, so there's a couple of issues to iron out, but I think that's pretty cool. So you can access the tower from the top floor. Let's put a door. I think it needs to go right here. I suppose we could put it in the side. Now, I was struggling to figure out how to do this, but what I believe that you do is you can change the terrain. I believe if we make a path and we clear a little bit of this grass, then we draw a path up to the building, then a doorway appears just like so. So there isn't actually a specific tool to build the doors, but that happens instead when we put a pathway up to the building. We can also add these really cool lanterns to our scene. Now obviously they face the wrong way, but I'm assuming I'm going to be able to move them. Can I rotate them? Yes, I can. Maybe we want one on the other side of the building as well. Let's go for that. That looks pretty neat. Now I think we need to have a window or two along here. We'll put them down fairly low, like so. I don't know if we can change the position of the windows. I don't know if we can change the style. It doesn't seem to be the case. Can we change the color of the windows? Oh yeah, we can. We can change the outside color. So we can change them to like sort of green color or brown or whatever it might be. That's pretty cool. Now you notice there's sheep, and we can pat the sheep. They seem fairly friendly. In addition to the light poles, you can also have these types of lanterns that can sit on the corners of the buildings, like so. We've got a plant or a flower tool that we can use to populate the area with some nice flowers. They're fairly similar at the moment. No matter how many times you click, you kind of get the same effect, but nonetheless, it looks pretty cool. I'd imagine there'd be a lot more variety in the full game. I guess the last thing to do is to put the path extending around the outside here to connect both parts of the building, just like so. So there we go, guys. That's pretty much Tiny Glade in a nutshell. There are no missions as of yet. I don't know if there will be in the full version. Perhaps there'll be certain specifications or budgets to build to, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a game where you just build stuff and be creative. Now, my background is in the biomedical world, so I am not a creative person whatsoever. I'm not an artist. I don't have a good eye for architecture or anything like that, but you can see with my limited ability, we managed to make something that looked pretty cool. So the features in the demo are fairly limited. The controls are a little bit weird at the moment. We have the field of view setting on, which does make the background kind of blurry, which to me is a little bit jarring. There is a photo mode, and we can get ourselves some pretty interesting looking photos. We can also change the time of day, and we can get the golden hour here. And if we continue on, we'll get into darkness. It's not complete darkness, but hopefully you can see the lights going on inside the building. I don't know if the lanterns are on. Oh, they are now. And so we can then get some dramatic photos this way too. I think this game really looks amazing visually. And like so many of the other things that we do on this channel, flying aeroplanes, hunting animals, driving trucks and cars, a lot of it is just a great way to spend some time. So I would say give it a try and let me know what you think of this one. Anyway, that will do us for today. Thank you so much for watching. Most importantly, have an excellent day, and until the next one, take care.